You're welcome to another episode of the Friends and Family Show, always live on Channel 1 TV. We're coming to you from our studios here at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tessano. I'm glad that you're on the other side doing the watching and the listening. My name is Noyo Kwartey. You're very welcome to the show. Today, we're going to share an inspiring story of resilience, okay? And this is a young lady who's actually life turned to, a different thing altogether through an accident. It could have been a fatal accident, actually, and we're going to talk all about it. I just don't want to say that it sounds like a daunting experience, but I would allow her to share the story and how she's actually moved on after all of that. You're on this show always, and we bring you great stories, and then we bring you all the things that you need to know. Real life stories, and of course, real life-changing stories as well. My name is Noyo Kwartey. Find me on Instagram at @Oyo_Kwartey. When you find me, don't forget to hit the like and the follow button. But when we start this conversation as well, you can be part of it by sending me a message via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. That is 020-444-7033. Don't forget to add your name and location as well. One more time, you're welcome. Before I introduce this lady who's going to share that inspiring story of resilience, I will take a breather. When I'm back, we'll get into it. Don't go nowhere.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. Work is always effective with NASCO Home Appliances. Good vibes only while you wait. The feeling hits very deep. And Nijepa, I want NASCO Fie. NASCO, bring home happiness.
Me pay so dear be jame sister me dad dear be chibia na me am shishimi akuna ida me many te o sa me de me saka ne se me ida so te sika se dia so da mu hwe juju so wo mu bag de ho dia me ba bi free so wo hwe bag na ma wo na me hwe wow se me nya kwanfo bi na na mo sole o hey.
Okay, so you're back on the Friends and Family Show, and my name is Noyo Kwartey. Before I went for the break, I was telling you about a woman who's actually going to share a story of resilience. But I'm just going to give you a brief, introduction to who we're about to have a conversation with. Now, Elizabeth Patterson was a young woman with a promising future until a near fatal car crash changed everything. Life with a traumatic brain injury, she was given little hope of survival, let alone a meaningful life. But Patterson refused to be defined by medical predictions, okay? She has demonstrated resilience and perseverance from learning to walk and speak again to reclaiming her identity and independence. So despite society's doubts, she breaks barriers, challenges stigmas, and ultimately finds purpose in empowering others. Elizabeth Nyako Patterson is my guest tonight, and she's the founder and executive director of the Girls Education Initiative of Ghana. Okay? And their mission is to provide academic and financial support for girls, including applicants with special needs, so they may access secondary, higher education, and professional opportunities. You're welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you.
Thank you.
You're looking nice.
Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate
so
it.
this, I've been reading it back to back, and I've actually spoken to my producer about this. I've been thinking about, it's really a very daunting experience, But I want for us to go back. Let's take us back to who you were before the accident. Okay. So your aspirations, what you had wanted to be, what you had wanted to do, and all of that.
So if we should go all the way back
all
to when I was You said I was a young woman. I'm still young,
yes,
but a younger woman.
Yes.
If we should go all the way
Before
back
the
there.
accident.
I was born in Ghana, and I had aspirations of growing up to become a journalist and doing all the things. And then when I was 10 years old, I see the pictures streaming in the background, so I got a little bit distracted. But my family took myself and my sister to the U.S. My mom was able to win the visa lottery. And then I started 5th grade in the U.S. And when I was in high school, in my junior year of high school, the accident happened. I was about to take my road test for my driver's license and apply for colleges. And then the accident happened and everything, as they say, the rest is history. So my life just got put on hold,
Nice. So on that very day, do you remember anything that happened at all, how the whole day started? You do not remember?
Not at all. All I remember is the fact that we were on break. I went to a boarding school in Pennsylvania. We lived in New York. So we were on break. I recall going home and then doing something very stupid. And then I got in trouble with my parents. And then I think I was grounded. And then the next thing I recalled was I woke up in a hospital bed. And so I don't recall anything. Just we were on vacation. I was home. And then I woke up thinking I was in school. And then I found myself in the hospital bed, like struggling to speak, struggling. It didn't dawn on me that I couldn't walk when my eyes opened. And apparently I had been in a coma for 6 weeks. So everything that was...
When you realized that you were in the hospital, you had been there for 6 weeks.
I had been there for 6 weeks. When the accident happened, they said that we were all going somewhere where I don't know.
Okay, so it happened with your family?
With a teacher and 6 or 7 other kids at school. So I guess we went back to school and then something happened. And then, not something happened. I went to a private boarding school in Pennsylvania. And for those of us who are not private enough or affluent enough to have cars on campus, if you wanted to go somewhere, they had a sign-up sheet somewhere where you and all your friends or whoever wanted to go signed up, and then the teacher would volunteer their weekend to drive you to that place. So we signed up. I believe I used to run track. One of the images was of me doing one of my meets. I used to run track, and it was one of my track mates' birthday, and we had all decided to go to celebrate her birthday, and then the teacher was there to drive us. And then it happened. So when I woke up, I thought, what happened? Like, I had no memory of anything.
How it happened.
Yeah, how it happened,
Point?
anything. But from what has been told to me, we were going to this particular place, whether a mall or a restaurant, and then boom, it happened. Yeah.
Do you remember what year it was?
It was 2003. 2003. Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, April 4th, 2003.
Okay, so that's close to like 20.
It's 20 something, 21 years or so, 22.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. So do you remember what physical challenge or emotional challenge did you go through when you woke up? Oh. So that must be 6 weeks, right? So you have been there for 6 weeks.
6
without
weeks,
knowing anything,
not knowing
you're in
anything.
coma.
So my brain, my skull fractured from the back here to the very front. And if it wasn't for this hair, I think you could see the scarring from the surgeries. So skull fractured, and you said gruesome. It was very gruesome.
Yeah.
My brain popped out, apparently.
I'm sorry?
Like, my brain popped out of my skull. And then I lost so much blood. I think when they called my parents, they told them to come and identify the body and make sure that it's theirs.
I actually thought you
they thought I was gone. Like, to be in a coma for 6 weeks, you're gone.
How old were you?
I was 18.
18.
Yeah. So came out of it, and then surgeries, therapies, everything. And then I'm here, Oh God, and then I'm here,
Wow.
I smiled through it because it's like, if it happened to you, I don't think you would just maybe give up. the only motivation you'd have is to just
being there for
get
6
up and
weeks.
go. Yeah, being there for 6 weeks and then inpatients, doing all the therapies for a year, and then later on outpatients when I started school. When I started college, coming back and forth every week for therapy in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so emotionally, how did this affect you? Especially when you woke up and realized that you couldn't move. Probably you're trying to, put your speech together.
I'm looking at your face, and it's just expressing maybe what I was feeling then, or maybe what I should have felt. I'm sure it was a very traumatic experience, but I was 18, and I was thinking about prom. I was thinking about my friends.
Was that your final year?
Yeah, my final year, graduation and prom, and my friends who kept coming and coming. And my friend who...
So it means that you missed prom?
Yeah, I missed prom. Let me just say, my boyfriend then was really hoping that I would have been his prom date. And then he was next to me in the accident, so I could only imagine how that also affected him. And then,
so
the promise was, I'm coming.
Survived.
Yeah, everybody else survived. I also survived, but I nearly died. Right. Everybody else, if you look at them, no scars, no injuries, no residual anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about after 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. And obviously your parents were there with you, family was there.
Yes.
What were the chances that the doctor say that you have? Did they say you have 20% or 100%?
I don't remember the percentage, but I know that they told my parents that it will be a miracle if she makes it, but if she does make it, she'll either be a vegetable or she'll die or be a vegetable for the rest of her life. And so,
did they make you understand that?
It wasn't told to me. It was told to my parents after the fact, and I think it was a way to maybe get their feelings in check, because I'm the oldest of my parents' kids. Yeah, so I can only imagine what that must have felt like for them to get that news.
Did it take a while for you to realize what was happening to you?
Did it take a while? So for a while, when I was communicating with people, I was using, I don't know sign language, but my speech therapist would do something, was are you hungry? Thumb up, thumb down, or no, or just wait a little bit. So that's how I was speaking to them. And I think for somebody who was active and, I mentioned, about to finish high school, go to college and do all the things that a normal child is supposed to do, it didn't really hit me until those signs, and when I tried to walk. Why am I doing this now? Yeah, when I tried to walk for the first time, my legs were not responding. So,
how did your family take this?
You're
the first child?
Yeah, I'm the first child.
How many are you?
First of two.
Two?
Yeah.
One of two. Sister?
My sister, yeah.
Sister, okay.
So, my family, I know that I've been told that my dad cried quite a bit. He sacrificed a lot. My mom also, she's very stoic, very strong. In my adult life, I don't think I've ever seen my mom cry. Even when anything happened, I don't think I've ever seen my mom cry. But my dad, I'm like my dad. I'm my dad's daughter. We're very emotional people. He'll cry at the sound of a bat. And so he took it hard. And I could only imagine being in his place. Yeah, so. And I know my sister, we are very close. I don't know how she also took it, to be brought from her school. She was also in high school, to be flown in from school, not told anything about what's up with your sister. Just your sister's in the hospital. She was in an accident, and so come and see. And it's it doesn't make sense that your school would charter a flight for you to just go visit your sister in the hospital, right? If it's not something...
Not serious.
Yeah, and I'm sounding like I'm about to choke up, but when I think about the impact on my family, it really affects me. I know that I've been through a lot, but for them also, I know they've also been through a lot. Yeah.
It's true. Okay, so for everyone on the bus, did their situation, was it serious? Or you are the only one that's really
They were all discharged within a matter of hours or the next day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must be something for you.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if like we've said that if it was in Ghana, somebody would say Bayfo.
Yes.
Like a witch or something for
or
those of
you
us.
were targeted for
yeah,
it or
if
something.
somebody was out for me, but God saved me. Yeah. I don't know where to go with that. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't be.
It's been a long time, but I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it was this deep.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read about it, but I didn't think that all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Anyway, collect yourself.
Wow.
I'm okay.
Let's talk about the rehabilitation journey. How long does it take? Did it take?
I was inpatient after the 6 weeks in the coma, I was inpatient, meaning like intensive in the hospital all the time for 1 year. And then for another year where I was commuting from New York to Philly for therapy. And then later on, we found a rehab center in New York. So altogether, maybe 3 years to get me to this point. And then anytime I'm faced with a new life change or whatever that may affect me emotionally, psychologically, I get back into therapy. Yeah, the most.
But
recent,
what kind of therapies did you go through?
physical
which ones
therapy,
made a
occupational
difference?
therapy, speech therapy, cognitive remediation, all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so it says that you actually lost some part. Tell me about it. Some part of your brain.
The skull fracture affected it's a brain injury or traumatic brain injury. So there's parts. I think science-wise, your right brain controls your left side, right?
Right.
And so as you see, I'm talking a lot with my right hand, and this hand cannot move. It hasn't moved for 20-something years.
Your left hand.
Yeah, my left hand cannot move. And as I walked in, I don't know if you paid attention, but
yeah,
I walk with a limp.
Right.
So physically, that has affected me.
It's like the whole left side?
Yes, the whole left side, yeah.
With the leg as well?
Yeah, I have feeling. But at times you'll feel like it's more numb than the right side. I'm okay, but there's numbness here more so than here. And then cognitive-wise, my memory, I have short-term memory issues. Like, if I see you, I will remember your face, but the name, you would have to probably remind me a couple of times. And so that affected me when I was finishing college, finishing high school, finishing college.
Oh, so you went back to school?
Yes, I went back and then finishing my master's. I have done everything.
Nice.
So, I mean, people are waiting for me to do a PhD, but I think I'm done. Yeah.
But I see that you have a book as well.
Yes. Yes, so.
We'll talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about this. You brought me a copy?
If you want it.
And it's titled My Life After Death.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get into all of this. I didn't think that this conversation was going to go this way. Honestly, I thought that, anyway. So we are still on the recovery parts. Now let's talk about the most challenging parts of recovery.
The most challenging for me would be at 16, 17, I went away to boarding school and I had a taste of independence, and I'm very strong-willed. I don't do much with any, like I do a lot of things on my own. And so to have just transitioned and be back home and have from 18 to 20, maybe 22, 23, have your mother be
taking
your
care of
caregiver. Yeah. Like when I started college, my mom would have to commute with me because the whole family was just nervous that God forbid I would not be able to get on board a bus or the train to get anywhere. So imagine as a 20-something-year-old, you're going to class and your mother has to sit outside waiting for you. And she waited all the time till my next class, and then she would board the bus or the train to bring me back home. So in those formative years of your life as a 20, you look like you're about to cry. It's okay. Like as a 20-something-year-old, you should be dating, you should be going out, like testing the waters, doing stupid things because of youth. And every step of the way, your mother has to be there with you, right?
I'm sorry.
You're not, don't be sorry. So, but it's okay. That period really brought me and my mom very close. Yeah, it brought us very close. And then, thankfully, the closeness brought me to Ghana to try traditional medicines where Western medicine couldn't do. And so in that period, I spent a year in Ghana from 2006
to... Oh, so you had to do the herbal...
Yeah, all the treatments. 2006 till 2007, I was living my life in Ghana straight as someone who left Ghana when I was 10.
How did that make you feel, coming back a bit different?
Yeah, my extended family, the family back from Kumasi, the family in Kumasi had heard of the accident, but they did not know to the extent which it had changed me. So, I mean, in Ghana, we know that when people look at people with disabilities, it's like you're not expected to even live, you're not expected to show yourself, right? And so for the first time in my life, I faced the stigmas of being a person with a disability, in quotes, and I'm doing air quotes, but I never saw myself as that, even though I've been in this for some years. When I came to Ghana, I was faced with all of that. And Ghana's public transport is not accessible, so the independent life that I lived back in New York, I had to say bye-bye to it. So, or the semi-independent life that I lived in New York, I had to say goodbye to it. So, yeah. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Now, I've been in Ghana for the last 11 years because of the work that I do. And I am thankful that in this state, I've been able to have children. And I'm growing.
How many?
2 kids.
Boy, girl?
1 boy and 1 girl.
Nice.
I'm raising my kids, yeah.
So. Nice. Now something to be happy about. Now that's something to be happy about. Now let's talk about the hardest skill that you had to relearn, because, you know, you had lost that, and now you have to, you know, your speech, you had to learn how to walk, how to use your hand without the other. Which one was?
Yeah.
So which one was the hardest skill for you to relearn? Was it the speech?
Speech was the most frustrating, I would say, because all along I felt like my voice was pushing to come out, but it just wasn't coming. And when you're trying to communicate with
people don't understand
like,
what you're saying.
What is she saying? You know, that was the most frustrating. But the hardest, maybe, I would say, was the walking bit, because I was running and I even won state championships. And I remember the first time I was in the parallel bars in my PT session, my dad standing behind me saying, "You moved your foot. You moved 1 foot, now move the other." And it's like the brain is not connecting with, that part of you is not connecting, so you're just standing still. So, yeah, now you got me crying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's okay.
I'm sorry. We would have to need some tissues now, so I'll take a break.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'll be right back.
You need
We'll take the
tissue,
break. I'll be right back. You're still on the Friends and Family show. Now we get to the resilience part, because going through this kind of accident, I'll be right back.
Hey, Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
You've seen nothing yet. This Big Brother Naija Season 10. It's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, and 10 times the game. This is certified. No zero, no minus. Big Brother Naija Season 10. Showing 24/7 on DSTV and on GoTV. Gold sponsor, Guinness.
This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness, ministering live Perez Music alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus, also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabi Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie Spitzer and powered by Rima City of Worship. Media partner CTFM and Channel 1 TV.
Looking for a one-stop shopping destination for all things made in Ghana? Eager to experience a remarkable fair that showcases the richness, creativity, and innovation behind Ghanaian products and services? Then get ready for the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. The This is Ghana Exhibition highlights the brilliance of Ghanaian entrepreneurs, artisans, and businesses who continue to shape the narrative of homegrown excellence. This is Ghana's biggest trade fair and exhibition, bringing together SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing sectors, indigenous corporate bodies, and local creatives in one exciting space. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. Come explore, engage, and be inspired by the businesses and brands that are redefining made in Ghana across every sector. The dates: Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Time is 10 a.m. through to 5 p.m. each day. The venue is the Info Sutherland Children's Park. For inquiries or participation details, call us on 0205 973 973. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, Build Financial Technologies, 20M Industrial Company Limited, Ghana Enterprises Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Ghana Exim Bank.
You're welcome back to the Friends and Family Show, and this is an inspiring story of resilience. I'm talking to Elizabeth Patterson. You're very welcome if you just joined. You can be part of the conversation. Please send me a message via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. Don't forget to add your name and location. Now, when you came back to Ghana, or let's say not just Ghana, but when you were out, now you're trying to move or going back to school, did you ever feel that society underestimated you at some point of the things that you could do?
So I came back to Ghana just right before I started college.
Okay.
And I mentioned in the previous segments that dating and all that was non-existent for me. But I came back to Ghana in 2006, 3 years after the accident, and fortunately, I started dating somebody, but when an able-bodied man, right, and with a quote-unquote disabled woman, you get the stares,
People
you get the
raise
looks,
eyebrows,
and so
yeah.
it was just like not something I was used to or comfortable with, and I don't did I even question it? But internally and psychologically, you'll question. Why are people looking at us funny? Like, is it because they don't feel like I'm deserving of him?
Right.
Right. When, yeah.
Right.
But
True.
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
It was that, I think I was volunteering in a school in Kumasi as a school teacher, and that was fine. But my social interaction was very limited. There was no one who I was really hanging out with, because when I was in Ghana, I was 10 in class 4. And all my friends had grown up and become...
And there's no connection, right.
So that's just that memory of me hanging out with him and our circle of friends and the stares that you would get, and even his friends would ask him, like, would make statements like, oh, why are you with her? Is it for the American passport? You know, because your humanity, my humanity is not enough for him to be with me just for the person that I am. It has to be some ulterior motive. So yeah, I got all those questions, and think I really became very much aware of my situation. Yeah.
At some point, did you ever feel like you're going to give up on everything? Like probably school, work, relationship, anything you had wanted to do?
I don't think so.
It never crossed, because looking at how far you've come, I don't think that ever crossed.
Giving up is that day when I took that first step, and my dad, he didn't whisper, he just said, you used to run, so keep going. And I think that's been my life's motto. And he has this saying where he says there's more life after death, or there's more sleep after death. And so that's the kind of person I am. And like, there's more sleep after death. I don't sleep. I sleep an adequate amount, but if I need to be up and pushing through to achieve what I need to do, yeah, that's what I do.
Now, you just mentioned that your father made a statement that you used to run, and that's what you've been running wild with. Let's see, that's what's kept you going.
Pun intended. That's what I've been running wild with. Yeah.
That's actually a strong thing to say.
Yes. Yeah. So
it takes you back to the time that you were running. So in your mind, I can still do it.
I've had dreams where I'm actually running. Like I'm actually running, and I don't know if it's a metaphor or like symbolic of me running towards something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it goes both ways. Probably still trying to move the foot and then still running to chase because somebody would actually either cut one, either forget about, trying so hard to walk or trying to continue with their aspirations and goals, like, or turning. But sometimes things actually happen for you to go take a different turn that's actually going to suit you, like what you're doing now. Now you're helping girls to go through school and all of that. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
so
but we wouldn't say that you have to go through something this traumatic
as much as
before.
Me nearly losing my life is traumatic.
Yeah.
I think it's been the catalyst for a lot of good in my life also. Yeah.
Anyway, so what's that one thing that you've actually adjusted to, to the point that because you know that you're going through a paralysis, like how have you adjusted to doing other things? Because you're running, you're walking and everything, and now you have to depend on one side.
Yeah.
So you solely depend on one side.
Yes.
Which is your right side.
As much as possible.
Are you right-handed?
Yes.
So it makes it a bit easier.
That was a blessing.
Yes.
There's some hidden blessings in this whole thing. Yeah.
Right.
That was a blessing.
So how have you adjusted to things? Like, you turn things around, change the way you do stuff just to, cope with what's happening?
Have I adjusted? I think I'm very stubborn. Anyone who's close to me knows that. Give me a hurdle and I'll try to push through it. But adjustments, one of the toughest things I've had to deal with and adjust to was in 2018, I gave birth to my son, my firstborn. And I didn't want anyone to help me with anything, like changing diapers and doing like caring for him.
Right.
Like my mom offered to move in with us. I told her no, go back to Kumasi. And so I think in the course of this whole journey, I've adjusted to being vulnerable and like accepting help.
And so pushing.
Where it feels like you need help. Like I tried to change his diaper with one hand, but the next time he had an accident, it was all over the cot. So yeah, like then it hit me. This is an area where maybe if you wanted to go to therapy to become skilled at this too, then do that. But it was not something that if there was help, I accepted the help. So yeah.
So, well, you just spoke about therapy. How many times have you gone through?
Before
just one?
So after the 3 years of intensive things to get me to be livable or to live, the next time I would say I go intermittently whenever I feel like there's an ache somewhere, a joint pain or something. But the next time that I did was when I knew that I was pregnant in 2017, 2018, just to prepare my body to deliver naturally, because I felt like I've been through too much to expose myself to a C-section. And I told the doctors I would do it. My mom was advocating for a C-section, and I told the doctor, no, don't schedule it. Don't do any of that. I will push this baby myself. And yeah, I went to PT again, physical therapy, to just strengthen myself for that. So
for both children.
For my daughter, I just walked a lot. Like every morning, afternoon, I just walked, and that helped me. But I think whatever it was that I had from the specialist back in 2018 prepared me even more for her delivery. Yeah.
Okay. I've got a message. I'll take it, and then we go on with the conversation. Okay. So good evening to you, Noyo. How are you doing today? I'm very well. Thank you for asking. It's rather unfortunate to be able to survive trauma is a whole mood, because I'm emotionally in trauma at the moment. What kind of trauma, baby? Yeah. I think you should, if like it's because of you watching or you listening, or probably it's for something else, I think you should seek help. Yeah, I think you should. Yeah. That would be the right thing to do. Seek help if you're traumatized in any way or form. Okay? So if you can go to a hospital or you can go to a specialist, I think you should now. You didn't add your name, but please do. Okay? Now, moving to, before you moved in, now you spoke about your sister. At what point did you break the whole thing to her to make her understand what you're going through? She's a younger sister, right?
Yeah.
So how did you break things to her? How did you make her understand that, look, this is what I'm going through?
I don't think, I can't speak for her, but I don't think my sister understands the person that I am now. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But I'm sure because she grew up with me knowing everything
what you can do,
I've been able to do. Like, she has a different response to seeing me in this state. And it's a point of contention trying to get anyone who doesn't know me from beginning to understand if I'm frustrated at something. But I think people like her, my mom, maybe my dad, understand some of the things that I go through because they knew the person that I was before this accident. Yeah.
Anyway, you came back, and so let's say 23 or 21, you came back to Ghana 22 or 21 at the time.
Yeah.
Did Ghana feel different when you came back?
Well,
because you left quite easy, quite early.
Yeah, I left quite early, but the routes to the house in Kumasi
you never forgot.
Exactly the same. Like, I think from the airport to the house, I could point out, turn here, here.
Really?
Yeah, it felt the same. A lot of things had changed, but a lot of things had also stayed the same.
The same. Yeah. Do you live in Accra now?
Yes. For the longest time, I was like, I will remain in Kumasi. I'm not going to join all those returnees in Accra. But for work purposes, I'm in Accra now. Yeah.
How did you adjust to the food? Or you're already having like your Ghanaian food?
We ate Ghanaian food back in the U.S., so it was no change.
Anyway, now I want to talk about, we've been talking a lot about the accident and everything, but there's one particular question. How have you pulled through? Because, we're talking about it, yes, but there's always that point that you realize that I have to move out of this to be who I want to be, not be defined by what people actually see me to be now. So at one point, because there's definitely going to be a point where you sit down and say, no, I'm just not going to let people see me as a disabled person, quote and unquote, to put me in a particular box.
Exactly.
Yes, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's always going to be that time that you just wake up and say, look, people are going to see me like this.
Yeah.
But in my heart and inside of me, the things that I will do, people are not going to see me.
I like the emotions and the attitude.
Yeah.
It's like you're answering for me. Yeah. So my whole, post-accident, I think I see myself as the person that I was, and then there was a struggle to accept the person that I am. And so there are things that maybe a disabled person would not do, but I do it anyway, right? So I lived my life in that gray zone or that gray area where you think I can do it. I will prove to you that I can. So finding whatever it is in me or coming out of it and coming to acceptance, I think the reason why this book was even written was last year. I was going through, the 20th anniversary of the accident was a year and a half ago. That's when I started writing the book. And it just felt to me like, what have I done with myself? And what have I become as a result of this? And who am I now? So I went through the process. It was very cathartic of getting the book done. And I had 2 psychologists that I was checking in with on a regular basis just so I could deal with some of the emotions that I was, that were resurfacing in the process of writing the book.
So let's say in this new life, do you have new passions, new aspirations, or still the same?
I've always loved to travel, but I made a commitment to myself this year. I'm a young person, but I don't want to reveal my age on your show.
That's fine.
I'm a youngish person. So
you
this
know,
year
women
was
actually find it really difficult to put that out.
A very critical time for me in my life. So I said to myself, I'm not going to live by other people's expectations. If I want to travel somewhere and if I have the means, I will do it. If I want to do something, not that I wasn't doing it before, but let's say if I'm about to go to Thailand next week or in the next 2 weeks, and normally I would check in with my mom, check in with my sister, you guys, what do you think?
What do you think?
I'm about to go on this trip, and then either they'll encourage me or they'll find some reason to deter me. And even if they don't speak it, I will psych myself and say, oh, me going by myself, me navigating rock climbing, blah, 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 is too daunting. And then I will probably end up canceling it. So I've become this person where I will live my best life for the rest of the years, God willing, that I'm on this earth.
YOLO.
I mean, that was my motto.
Exactly. You only live once.
So
and this is you've actually seen the other side, going to the other side, and come. I don't think that you should just play with that.
Definitely.
And when it tickles your fancy, you move.
Honestly, if I knock on wood, you guys don't have wood, but knock on wood, if I die doing something I'm enjoying, I think I will be okay because, like you said, I've been there, done that. There's nothing else for me to do. I think my life I've achieved, and it's by all measures successful. If something should happen,
right. I like that. Now you have a podcast.
Yes.
What inspired that?
It's called Ability Talks with Elizabeth Patterson. So the book and the themes in the book birthed the podcast. And so I've been interviewing people, advocates, people with disabilities, advocates, to share their lived experience. So together we could hopefully advocate for more inclusion, especially here in Ghana, because the stigma is just too much. It's too much. I was attending a program this morning before coming here, and the theme of it was inclusive, I think, literature or something. And the building that the whole thing was being held in, trust me, it was not accessible at all, And it's just the podcast is there to be a conduit or a channel for these kinds of conversations to be had. So we need more inclusion in our society because we're losing out on a lot of talents of people because they're different from the mainstream.
Right. You just spoke about stigmas, and what are these there's some kind of misconceptions, and definitely that which one of them would you want to debunk?
Disabilities are either you're born with it, genetic,
or something happens,
or it's not spiritual. That's the number one thing I would hope that people could come to terms with. That is not spiritual. I remember when the accident happened, and people back home were told about the circumstances and the fact that out of 7 people, I was the only one who was comatose, who now has a stroke. People were like, oh, some witch, or they asked my parents, what have you both done that you need to go repent And there was a point there was a point in time when I came to Ghana in 2006.
An accident.
Yeah, 2006. One of my aunties recommended that my mom and I go to, this is something my dad doesn't know, so if he's watching this, I doubt he's watching, but if he gets to hear of it, took me to a priest to like cast the demon out of me.
I don't understand.
Like she thought that there was a spiritual connection to why I was in the accident, and she was.
So why should the demon be casted out of you?
Out of
when you're the one who's gone through all the pain and
maybe the demon
is
and like maybe something about me, my life, my 18 years of life. Like at that time, very innocent, still very innocent. I had done something in my past life or in my life that caused this accident. And all jokes aside, like we went. And there was a priest standing in front of me. And you know what they do, like, and trust me, I just stood there looking at him. And then he came again. I just stood there looking at him. And then I turned to my mom, I was like, let's go home. This is a joke. So, yeah.
I don't understand.
Like, before, like, witchcraft.
So is a witchcraft that is, orchestrating the thing? Or
orchestrated
you
the accident. And then, or me, something about me has caused me to have this fate where it led to the accident.
But what is that going to change?
You said, when is that going to change?
What was it going to change?
It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly, because the accidents happen.
It has already happened, yeah. It's already happened.
I actually do not blame your mom for this. You know, it gets to a point where you're frustrated.
I mean, you'll try anything and everything. Just if that's what's going to bring your daughter back.
Exactly.
You'll try it, yeah.
But sometimes we just have to, think through all of these things because
but it wasn't her. She was advised by somebody.
That's what I'm saying. I don't blame her because she's frustrated. You're a first girl and all of that. She just doesn't know what to do.
Yes.
You know, mothers will always do anything to get things changed or get things done. So I really do not. Anyway, now let's talk about the book.
Okay. I think we've touched on the book quite a bit.
Yeah.
But let's talk about
the book. It's titled My Life After Death, Overcoming and Learning to Live. Okay. How many chapters? What's your favorite chapter? Let me just ask you, what's your favorite chapter?
Favorite chapter?
Yeah.
I don't think, let me
you don't think you have a favorite chapter?
Of mine for myself. I don't think I have a favorite chapter, but
does it
the
actually
most
tell
salacious
everything?
Chapter, I had to
let me just go through the chapters.
Ex-boyfriends to tell them that I'm writing a book. You will be mentioned.
You'll be in it.
So
you don't have a favorite chapter.
Take warning. But
okay, let me just go through all the chapters. I see you have 11 chapters.
Yes.
So a miracle birth, the accident, the long road through rehab, embracing difference, roots and wings, Asian wisdom, love's lessons, motherhood without maps. I like that one. That's actually real.
Yeah.
And then hearts in transit, the space between here and there, forward motion, and then parting thoughts. That's your conclusion.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
I love it. So
just give me a brief. Just by title alone, embracing difference.
Embracing different. Yeah. That will sum up everything.
Yeah.
Because moving from here to there, embracing difference. So let me see chapter 4.
Accepting that I am this person now.
Yeah, let me see if I can do something from there. Embracing different. Okay. So as I was adjusting to my part-time college life, I was also adjusting to my new self-image. I had become a young woman with a disability, quote and unquote. I was struggling to navigate this new life, and there was this gray area I was gradually coming to terms with. The reality of what happened to me, but the emotion surrounding it and what it meant for the rest of my life took more time to process than just learning how to walk and talk again. It's hard to make sense of going from being recruited for the soccer team one day, being knocked out and waking up several weeks later, bedridden, and being told that if I did survive, the best I could hope for was to be a semi-mobile vegetable. The severity of the accident was so extreme that none of the healthcare professionals or even my family could imagine me getting back to some sort of normal ever again. The doctors told my parents she would not survive, number one. And if she does survive, she will be a vegetable. I was not supposed to be able to speak. I was not supposed to walk. I was not supposed to do anything that I have been able to do well over the past 22 years. Take what doctors say to you with a grain of salt. When they gave my parents that diagnosis, I was in a coma. So I wasn't able to hear, but hearing it for the first time after I woke up, I was devastated. I agree. All right. So now let's talk about how this book came about. Yeah. At what points? Because you were last for 2 years?
The 20th anniversary of the accident was 2003. So that's when the idea came up that I should write a book or do something. And the process of doing it, writing the book, it was just emotional for me. So I got in touch with the book coach who, it was like a series of interviews where she would ask me questions about specific things, and those are what the chapters are named after.
Right.
And then we would later on, after our sessions, I would go and talk to a therapist and then get to writing. So, yeah.
Okay, so if anyone should get to this book and read it, what you want readers to take out of this book?
That there is life after death. I mean, you don't have to die. But whatever situation, the young lady who sent the message, or I think it was a young lady, whatever she's going through, just to be assured that she can pull through. She can pull through. There is life after a tough situation or a hard life, whatever it is. There's, what is that saying? There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So don't give up, because there have been times.
I've always had a problem with that proverb, that lights at the end of. Why can't the lights come in front? Or not? Why can't the lights come in front and take me through the tunnel?
The tunnel is the darkness, right?
Why should I go through it? If the tunnel, it should come to the front and take me through. You know, I've always had a problem with that, so I don't understand.
I can't justify it,
but
I think the metaphor is like you need to go through the darkness, the hardships, and then, you get to the light. But then, if that was what life is, you would not really appreciate anything. Yeah,
I'll take that.
So,
I go on.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so any advice you have for people going through, like, similar challenges, like the person who sent the message? I don't know what's causing the trauma though, but anyone that's gone through similar challenges like you have, probably now they can't probably walk. Others can talk well. Others, it's usually when you weren't born like that.
It's frustrating.
It's very frustrating. You know, it's different if, like, that is how you have known yourself to be.
Definitely.
But for a greater part of your life, like you were 18, so 18 whole years, you've gone through nursery, you've gone to high school, and all of that.
Yeah.
So that is a realization point. Like, I have done all that, so it clicks, and one time it says, I should have done all the things then. If it was going to end at 18, I should have done everything. Exactly. So it becomes very tough.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that because you have gotten over it, it still doesn't hit you at some point. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Over it. Yeah.
So it hits you at some point.
Yeah.
That, I wish it hadn't happened. I wish I never moved.
Yeah.
I wish, I stayed at one place. It never
like
goes
if
away.
I knew that going on that bus would have gotten me to this place, I would have said no. Let's schedule this for another time, or let's do something on campus. I would have said no. Yeah. Well, you guys go, and I'll hang
but
out
you think
in
that
my room.
you are the only one who's got the
Yeah. And maybe it was meant to be. But you don't wish this on somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
It was meant to be for a purpose. And
did you ever feel like you were at the wrong place at the time?
No.
Like, because you had really wanted to go on that trip.
Yes. I really wanted to celebrate my friend Kate. She's white, I'm not white, and we are about the same height. And we would run we used to say we eat 7 miles for breakfast. So we would run like 7 miles together every weekend. And then even after practice, we would go and run even some more, right? So if Kate's birthday is coming up, why would I not want to be there for her? Yeah, so I was supposed to be there.
Right.
I think she's she's not in the picture. But
oh, she.
Yeah, this is my cross country team.
Okay, so
yeah.
Can we find who's Kate?
Kate is not in this picture.
Is not in this.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's you over there.
Yeah, that's me.
Really cute.
That's. I think maybe I still am, but that's me at 16, 17, running in our meet, the state championship.
Nice.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and this is another time.
Nice. So, anyway, so any advice you have for people?
Everything happens for a reason, and whatever it is, as tough as it may be, and it is tough, like find the silver lining or the gold lining, because there's something in there somewhere. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Well, I'm just going to say that if you, where can we find these books?
Soon to be available on Book Nook. It's on Amazon. It's on BarnesandNobles.com. You could call my, I shouldn't say it's my number, you could call my number, 054-246-5919 for your own copy. And very soon it will be available on Book Nook.
Beautiful. It's titled My Life After Death. So if you should see this on any shelf, you can pick this up and read. Especially if you probably have any sibling or family member who's going through the same thing. I think there's some kind of hope in this book. You can actually read it and soothe yourself. You will be fine. Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
You're very welcome. Thank you
for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
All right. It has been the Friends and Family Show. I'll be back next week. My name is Noyo Quarter. Thank you for being a part of it. Enjoy the rest of your day.